Hi guys, Martin88 here and welcome back to another FIFA 22 video and welcome back to another tactics video on the channel. We are getting extremely close to the end of our tactics series now, and in fact this might be the last one. I might have one more up my sleeve after this one, but we've got one of the big boys and purposely held this back ready for League One foot champs because you guys are going to be fighting for that Neymar, Mbappe, Messi, Ben Yedder, etc, etc. And it's the 3-5-2. As ever, these tactics are brought to you from Josh 9, who is Burnley's esports player. So without further ado, to be honest, let's just get straight into it and go through these tactics. Remember, we've been going through the whole array of good formations and tactics to give you options across this team of the season. And like I said, this is probably one of the last ones. So let's go straight into it and see how it works. So I know a lot of you have enjoyed this series of going through all the different tactics, trying ones out, seeing which ones work for you and what ones don't. So yeah, we can add this one to the pile. So first of all, as we always do, a little overview of the formation. For me, I did the 5-2-1-2 last week, which is what a formation that I've used. We don't put one of these up unless me or Josh has used one of them quite intensely, okay? And Josh has been using this a lot recently. In fact, he used it in a pro event very, very recently. For me, this is just a more aggressive version of the 5-2-1-2. So yeah, it can work as a 5 at the back, which is obviously a plus, although you whisper it quietly. But it can be really aggressive. So again, if you're somebody that likes that, getting in people's face, disrupting their play, winning the ball back high, then this is going to be a formation that you probably will like, and it offers the best of both worlds. You have that real width, because they're not fullbacks or even wing backs, they're actual wingers. And you have the tiki-taka in the middle of the pitch. So yeah, you can see why it is a big fan's favourite this year. And of course it was used to win the E-Premier League, which is where really a lot of people started to jump on this formation. That's worth mentioning, to be fair. Right, okay, so defensive style is balanced. Always is, and you're going to see that a lot, really. And that's just because, as we always say, we don't want the AI doing anything stupid for us. We want to be able to do it ourselves. Okay, defensive width is 40. As normal, we want to stay nice and compact. We've got 3 central defenders this time, so we want them stuck together, to be honest, like glue. But those midfielders will end up coming back as well and almost making like a 5 at the back. And we want to be nice and compact, don't we? Because most people enjoy attacking through the middle this year. So so we're just trying to keep it a bit of a brick wall in the defence. Depth is at 60, and like I said, it's quite an aggressive formation. So having your depth at 60 means that back 3 are pushed right up, everyone's pushed up, and you're really going to be trying to suffocate your opposition, making life very difficult. It's not even there's just no out ball really, because even those wingers are pressing those full-backs. You've got your front 2 on the 2 centre-backs, then you've got a cam and 2 centre-mids in the middle. Yeah, it's hard to get out of that if it's being pressed properly. Build-up play for the offence, balanced, because we like to have that variation and do things ourselves. With this, you're going to have all sorts of options, to be honest. You could do long balls over the top, which you can trigger yourself. And I'm thinking about the wingers here. The wingers are going, maybe you've triggered a run or they go on their own. You can do an over the top long ball, through ball to them. You've got the tiki-taka of the cam and the 2 centre mids. So yeah, there's a lot of different options. So we want that on balance, so we have those options. And like I always say, that keeps your opponent guessing and will worry them. If you're just spamming the same move all the time, they're just going to be like, this is pipe and slippers mode, man. And I know what he's doing, and it will be so easy for them. But variation is the key, all right? So chance creation is direct passing. This is a must. That gets your players moving a little bit. But I always describe this in my coaching sessions as like, it's in a more intelligent way than, say, forward runs. I find that direct passing, they make just a little bit more intelligent runs. They don't just go wild, but they make intelligent runs, and it pushes your opponent's defence back, which creates space for us to play in. If we've got more space to play in, we've got more options. More options means chances, more chances mean goals, more chances, more goals means wins, and more wins means better rewards. Right, players in the box is 5, corners and free kicks are 1 each, just because we're always wary of the breakaway. You won't be surprised to hear that the back 3 for the instructions is on stay back while attacking. The 2, they're not CDMs, they're centre mids. That's a big difference, okay? So we're asking the best of both worlds here, okay? Again, a little bit like the 5-2-1-2, right? We want them to get forward and we want them to get back, okay? Normally we'd be more concerned about them protecting the 2 centre backs, but because there's 3, we can have that little bit more license for them to not have to be as defensive. Plus, this is quite aggressive, so we want them forward and helping out with the attack. The other thing that you'll notice is that they are on cover wing, and that's because in the 3-5-2, where you've got a left winger and a right winger, opposed to a wing back or a full back, you could be really open down the wing. So if one of the wingers ends up going and getting caught out, if it's on cover wing, which we don't normally do, the central midfielder, whichever side it is, will just go and cover it out on the wing, which is a must really, or otherwise you really could get burnt. Right, okay, so the wingers are on comeback on defence, so that's just their defensive support. I think people get mixed up with stuff like this, you know. This is literally just their defensive support. So this is what they will do when we don't have the ball. This doesn't mean when we've got the ball, they're going to be sat in a left back position. No, this is just defensive support. So when we lose it, they're going to tuck right in and it will be like a 5 at the back. Like I said, whisper that quietly that it will turn into a 5 at the back, because people seem to get a bit aggy with that. But hey, it's football, it's the way it works. Like, is what it is. Right, so in at cam, we have them on stay forward. Now, this is always an important role for me. I love playing with a cam. I'm not really a fan of formations that don't have a cam, to be honest. So when you think of videos that I've uploaded recently, we've got this 3-5-2, 5-2-1-2, 4-3-1-2, the 4-2-3-1. These are all formations that have got cams. Yeah, and that's because wherever you're playing, it's just getting it into them and they can twist and turn, either lay it back to the centre mid, turn around, go forward towards the strikers, out wide. I just feel like they are the centre point, man. So important. I'd just be lost without a cam. That's why it's important for them to be on stay forward. Also, if they end up on like basic defensive support and come back on defence, I'm only speaking in experience of playing the 4-2-3-1, but it's still having a cam. They end up tucking in, or they just go in some weird position. It really is strange. Never used to be like that on previous FIFAs, but this year it is. Then up top, whenever I have a front 2, always have one getting behind, one comes short, because we want that variation, to be honest. Have your getting behind always as your quickest striker. So guys, that is it. That's the tactics for the 3-5-2. Get in the comments, let us know what you think. Let us know if you're looking forward to this weekend's weekend league with the League 1. I hope the EA gods are shining on you, because I know there's going to be a lot of good players to play for. But yeah, guys, that is going to be it for today. Please drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.